Hello, everyone. Hope everyone is doing well. We are, there's the 24th. You'll be the 25th when you see this. So, 6 more days until Halloween. I'm wearing my pumpkin shirt, my ears. I'm really in the mood today. Next week, I should be in costume. You know, I'm trying, y'all. And we're talking about scary movies, so I gotta be scary. I don't have any Halloween jewelry. Surprisingly, I have Christmas jewelry, but I never bought any Halloween jewelry. But as always, we're also back on the couch. As always, obligatory self promotion. My poetry book, What If I Ruled the World? Poems inspired by music. It's always linked in the description, always linked in the link tree, always somewhere. Yeah. And I still have not made any progress in my new story. I need to because I'm really slacking, y'all. And today we're going to talk about all of Jordan Peele's movies, which I just want to show off. I have all of them on DVD. I just opened this one, so I don't even know if it works, honestly. Um, but I would love to see behind the scenes of this. I have a DVD player, so I should really look at it. And I'm pretty sure I've watched Us on DVD and looked at some of the behind the scenes. But of course, I would love to revisit it. And this one, I also do not think I even watched it on DVD. And for today's video, I watched them on streaming. And so, but I do have a DVD player, so I could have watched them. But yeah, I would love to watch these with the commentary and stuff. So I have to do that one day. So I just wanted to show that off. I plan on eventually getting all of my favorite movies on DVD because streaming is just so weird. Because like I'm going to a tiny bit of a rant. You could have something on there one day and then it's gone the next, or they don't renew something. Something happens and it's not there anymore. So I'm all about physical media. So I'm gonna keep getting DVDs and stuff. So let's get right into it now. Of course, we're talking about all of Jordan Peele's movies. I mentioned in my short video about Nope, I already have a video on it, and I'm just gonna say now, I'm gonna link it in the description. So if you want to go over and look at that and see my whole full in-depth review, you can do that. But I will talk about it a little in this video. So let's get right into it. The director, Jordan Peele. So we're gonna talk about Get Out first. It's psychological horror. It was released February 24th, 2017. And the cast is Daniel Kaluuya as Chris Washington, a young black photographer who is invited by Rose to her family's house. So he has a white girlfriend. Where's the synopsis? Synopsis after the cast. Let me do the synopsis now. The plot follows a young black man who uncovers shocking secrets when he meets the family of his white girlfriend. That's the synopsis. So let's get back to the cast. Allison Williams as Rose Armitage. She's the daughter of the Armitage family and Chris's girlfriend. Uh, Lil Rel, I think that's how he says it. Lil Rel Howery as Rod Williams, a TSA airport police officer and Chris's best friend. Bradley Whitford as Dean Armitage. He's the neurosurgeon and he's the dad of the family. Stephen Root as Jim Hudson, who is a blind art dealer. There's something they have like the extra like they have like part of the twist in it, so I'm not gonna say that part. But he's a blind art dealer. Lakeith Stanfield as Andrew Hayworth, but he also has another identities, but it's part of the twist. And he's a person who had gone missing 6 months prior to the events of the movie, so it's important. Catherine Catherine Keener as Missy Armitage. She's a psychiatrist and she's the mom. Marcus Henderson as Walter, the Armitage's black groundskeeper. And they have part of the twist. I wish they didn't have part of the twist in it, but it is what it is. Betty Grable as Georgina, a black housekeeper. Yeah, they have part of the twist. They did not. I did not have the brother's name on here, but she does have a brother. And of course I forgot his name, but she does have a brother. He's actually on the cover. Um, I don't know if this is gonna be part of the twist, but he is on the cover, like right. Make your focus there, but you don't know that at first. So that is kind of part of the twist. But anyway, that's the cast. I said the synopsis, where you can stream it. So I watched it on the free movie app I have called Kimmy because I didn't want to pay to rent it. But if you have Peacock, you can watch it. If you have Hulu, but it has to be with live TV, you can watch it. Sling TV, I think Amazon Prime, you have to rent it. Apple TV, you have to rent. Fandango at home, and Google Play Movies and TV, I think you have to rent it. Also, YouTube TV. So those are where you can stream it. So let's get right into it. I'm going to say my pros and my cons and my overall opinion. Excuse me, y'all. So my first pro is the story. I love that like there are elements that like build on to one another, like little things connect to another thing, and I love how interconnected everything is. So like you notice one thing is weird, like the housekeeper is weird, and then you're like, the groundskeeper is weird, and you're like, this person's weird, and then you're noticing little things like I don't know if these are like gonna be too much of a spoiler, but your phone keeps being unplugged, you know, something like it's like all these little things keep happening that are like suspicious. Um, and that's like how it builds on it to each itself. I love how meeting someone's parents can truly turn into a horror because it really does. It is relatable to an extent, you know, but still has a very unique twist. And I love how Rose's family is liberal and it makes it seem like they're so progressive, but yeah, they're still racist. They show that whiteness, no matter the political party, can still exist, can still override any progressive ideas, basically. So, like, even if you think you're like, oh, I'm so progressive, I'm so woke, I'm so this as a white person, yeah, whiteness still might override whatever it is that you're supposed to be like a better person than like a conservative person, right? Yeah. No offense to the conservatives. You know, I'm very liberal. But I think I said this in my overall opinion. So I'm gonna hold off on it. But basically, just because you're liberal does not mean that you can't be racist. That's just the point. But I have some other things I want to say. But I'm gonna save from my overall opinion. My next pro is the characters. I love Rose's family fakes meaning well, but still being racist, and I wish Chris had realized something was wrong and just left alone. Kind of a spoiler. But I do of course I said I don't want to spoil anything. But he realizes like it's just not Rose's family that's bad. It's also her. I'm not gonna spoil it, of course, but he sees something and it's like, sir, why do you think that she's gonna help you after you just saw evidence that she's evil too? Like, you know? Oh, also this is why you gotta ride separately to places. LOL. Man had his own car, he could have been out of there. Oh, Daniel Kaluuya is a great actor in everything I've seen him in. So he did an amazing job per usual. Everyone did a great job, honestly. Like even the other white people came to visit. Um, and Chris is the only black person. Well, not the he's like kind of the only there's like he stands for the characters there, but he's like the only I guess kind of guest who's not like connected to one of the like older white people anyway. But yeah, everybody did a great job. Like Lakeith Stanfield is always great, and Betty Grable and Marcus Henson did a great job as well. All the black people, everybody did pretty great. Like everybody was very convincing, like believable. Like you believed that, you know, these people were like this for real, and you were like, you really need to get out. And the music is the next pro. I feel like I'm gonna probably say that I think the music is a pro in all the movies, but he really Jordan Peele really uses music to like really help the story out. It's eerie and ominous, and then the Run Rabbit Run song is definitely very creepy, especially after knowing the twist and like basically the black people are the rabbits, and you're trying to, saying Run Rabbit Run, and yeah, it definitely gives a sense of dread in the intense scenes, and it helps build up the tension as well. It definitely does. And then my last pro is the setting. I love that the setting was so isolated and really heightened the sense of scariness in the movie. Like you definitely gotta drive your own car to remote places. LOL. Just yeah, just you gotta do it. But I still feel like it could be happening anywhere in the world. It wasn't like too strange of a setting. It was just outside of a big city because they were just like right outside of New York. Like even they were in like the I'm trying to think of what's called outskirts of New York, like the forest, like yeah, no, the countryside basically. So yeah, it could be happening anywhere. That's one of the good things. I mean, well, I guess it's not a good thing knowing the twist, but it's like it's like it can happen anywhere basically. Like what happens in the movie. So I only have one con, and it's the backstory on the twist. Like always, no spoilers. But I wish there was more. We knew more about the twist. But I also get it. We're learning it from Chris's perspective. So we want to know what he knows. However, I wish it was expanded more. But I also understand why it was kind of mysterious because it was just like, do you really need to know too much? Um, deep down inside, like you don't really need to know too much, honestly, because the point is that he needs to like leave, get out before you know he's part of the twist. All right, so here's my overall opinion. For Jordan Peele's directorial debut, this is a great movie. Just so layered, but still you can follow along and see the clues as they come. The story, setting, music, and characters really made this movie spectacular. It is something relatable, especially as a black person. Even though your white partner says their parents are progressive, they can still be racist. With the twist, this is definitely an extreme example, but without the twist, it shows that just because you think of yourself as I meant to put liberal, I put libel, as liberal doesn't mean you can't be racist or biased. So, and also within with black and brown communities, you can also see in the brown communities like Asian people, Hispanic people, Middle Eastern people, there can still be anti-blackness, even though they're still not white. It's crazy to me, but it is what it is. So you can still be biased, even though you consider yourself liberal and like progressive as a brown person. And I think that just points out that racism and white supremacy benefits white people no matter their political beliefs, because it really does. Of course, the movie's a 10 out of 10. This is a great start for Peele, and he just kept getting better. So I wrote Tetractys poems for these movies because I did that for Nope. So I was like, I'll just keep doing it. I just do it for the other two, and they're 5 lines that consist of 20 syllables. So the first line has one, then two, then three, then four, then 10. So of course I'm gonna put the form in the description. But this poem is called Real Fake Me. Are you sure that you really want to see where I really am inside? If you know the twist, that's kind of what it's based off of. All right, now let's go to Us. I put the synopsis in the front this time. The film follows Adelaide Wilson and her family who are attacked by a group of menacing doppelgangers. But there's also a lot more to it. Once again, psychological horror is released March 22nd, 2019. So let's get into the cast. Lupita Nyong'o. I feel like that's the first time I've ever said her name right. She plays Adelaide Addie Wilson and a tethered character, which is like the evil doppelgangers. Red. Wilson Duke is Gabriel Gabe Wilson. And then the tethered character is Abraham. Shahadi Wright Joseph plays Zora Wilson, and then her tether is Ombre. Evan Alex plays Jason Wilson, he's the son, and then Pluto is his tethered. And then they have like family friends that they see. They don't have the kids for some reason, but they do have 2 daughters. That's like their white family friends. So Elizabeth Moss plays Kitty Tyler, and her tethered is Delilah or Dahlia, excuse me. What's going on? And Tim Heidecker plays Josh Tyler, and then his tether is Tex. And then for Lupita Nyong'o's character Addie, her parents are Yaha Abdul Mateen II, Russell Thomas, and then his tether is called Waylon. And then Anna Diop is her mom, Rain Thomas, and her tether is Eartha. Oh yeah, so everybody gonna play two characters. Where can you stream it? Hulu, which is where I watched it. Disney Plus, Peacock, Sling TV, Amazon Prime, Apple TV, Fandango, Google Play Movies and TV, and YouTube. So after Sling, I think all of those you have to pay to rent it. I'm pretty sure. So now I'm gonna end the pros and the cons. So the first pro is the story and the twist. I always say no spoilers, but yeah, I'm not gonna spoil it. I feel like the story is so unique that it takes something that's already strange, abandoned tunnels throughout the U.S., and adds in more strangeness. LOL. The twist was definitely unexpected, but I will say there are definitely clues beforehand. So I like that there are always like little breadcrumbs of something. Like the mom of the family feels like something's gonna happen. That's kind of a spoiler. I feel like it's a tiny spoiler, but um, and then there's like little clues throughout that you're like, maybe something is gonna happen. Um, I love that Addie leaves her family in the dark, but definitely knows more than she's telling. I love that we get hints of that throughout the story before the twist is revealed. And I know people talk about this, so I'm not gonna spoil it, but I think the son definitely knows that something's weird. Like he knows like what the twist is, basically. And they're like little things that happen. There's like a one little thing that happens. I guess it's kind of a big thing. It's something that happens, and he's like, Um, when they're like trying to escape from somewhere, and he sees her do something, and he's like, oh. And then, yeah, after the twist is revealed, and then all this stuff, the climax happens. He seems like he's definitely very more suspicious. Okay, the next pro is the characters. Everyone did an amazing job, even the child actors. Let me tell you, these past two movies, child actors have been great. LOL. I don't think I've ever watched a movie that I can think of where I saw a bad child actor. I can think of some bad movies, but I don't know. But when I think of them, I don't know if like only one of them has a child, but she wasn't in there for that long. So maybe I haven't seen enough movies with child actors to know that like they're bad. Because I feel like a lot of people say child actors are bad, but I personally haven't seen a movie where they were bad yet. So here we go. Everyone was believable, and I love that the main cast got to do two portrayals of themselves, and they portrayed both very well. And I also love the portrayal of the family they hung out with. So like the white family was like very different. It was like a stark contrast to Addie's like very loving family. They were like your typical how like a stereotypical family would be like the parents hate each other. And it's just so funny, like compared to like Addie and her family, like you tell they very much love each other. But I like that contrast. Um, and then of course, music is the next pro. Um, as always, the music is on point. I also forgot the tethered version of I Got Five on It is actually in the movie. It is, and they used it very well during the climax. And so in my like TikTok video I made like slash shorts, I totally forgot about that part because I hadn't gotten to it yet when I made that video. The music definitely set the tone throughout the movie. It was not only giving intense vibes but also uncertain vibes because once you know the twist, it's like, how do you get out of this situation? It's like a huge situation. And also during like the intense scenes, like with the doppelgangers, there was like music playing too. Um, like not just music like like over the track, but like also in their house. They're playing music and stuff. The settings is the last pro. I love the different settings because some of them were ordinary places like the beach and a beach house. Then this is a slight spoiler alert. We got the tunnels and we got the rooms in them, and it was like a broad range of settings and the aerial shots. I definitely spelled aerial wrong. I did. the aerial shots of like the hills and the mountains of the U.S. It was so beautiful. Like this is kind of like towards the end of the movie. I don't know if this is a spoiler, but like yeah, there's like a big sweeping. I wish I could find pictures, but I could not. And I learned when I tried to screen record for Black Swan that some streaming sites do not let you do that. So I don't know if I'd be able to for this movie. And I love the variety that we got to see. So, so two of my pros are also two cons. So let's get to the cons. The story and the twist. Once again on the list. Even though I love the story and the twist, I think we need it to be expanded more. I feel like we have a lot of whys unanswered and hows unanswered. And I think it would have been nice to fill in those gaps. And I'm not usually a like, let's turn this into something else person. Because I'm like, make something new. But I do kind of feel like a TV show might have been better format to like explore the full story and the twist just for this movie. It could have been a TV show. Like you could have, but I also know that like TV shows keep getting canceled after one season. So maybe a limited series is what it should be. So then you could make sure everything gets tied up before you get canceled. And then the settings is also a con. I wish they would explore more and establish more before the climax. That would have been nice to explore the tunnels. Since it was like a big aspect of the twist, it would have been nice to explore it more and know why it was chosen for what it was used for. That would have been nice. You know? In my overall opinion, I remember after I saw this movie in theaters, I was thoroughly spooked. LOL. It's one of the few movies to scare me after seeing it in theaters, and I love that. This rewatch, I definitely noticed more small details than I did the first time, especially once again with the rabbit thing, like the rabbit theme, like they had in Get Out, but this one was definitely used in a different context, but it was still like a thing that he used. I really wish the twist was isolated to Addie and her family though, because since there are some plot holes, it makes sense for her family to be the main focus of the twist. I do feel like this movie was so big that it needed to be expanded more, and I think a TV show would have been a better medium for it. I feel like it was a lot, and it was a big undertaking, but it was maybe too big. But with that being said, I still love the movie, and I love the twist, the characters, the music, and the setting. Even though I had problems with it, it's still such a spooky twist. Like that'd be so crazy that actually happened. LOL. And of course, 10 out of 10, highly recommend. Definitely watch during the daytime. Once again, I made a Tetractys poem. This one is called Coreless. On Google, Coreless is one word. On Apple, it is core dash less. Here we go. You are me, and I am you, but not truly a one-to-one copy, just a shell. Oh, yeah. So we're gonna get into Nope now. It's a Western science fiction horror. It was released July 22nd, 2022. Directed by, oh, of course, Jordan Peele. Everything's directed by him. The synopsis is it follows two ranch-owning siblings attempt to capture and sell video evidence of an unidentified flying object. Daniel Kaluuya is also in this one as O.J. Hayward. So he's technically junior. So his oldest is son, who is the dad in the family. Keke Palmer is Emerald Haywood, Otis's daughter. Stephen Yeun as Ricky Jupe Park, a former child actor and owner and creator of the Carnival Jupiter's Claim. Um, they have the child actor. The child actor was good. I'm not gonna worry about the child actor. Brendan Piera as Angel Torres, a tech salesman at Fry's Electronics. He also helps them. So where can you stream it? I streamed it on Stars. I did the free trial. I canceled it immediately after ending the movie, of course. But you can watch it. I think it's you have to rent it from the rest of the places. I think YouTube TV, Hulu. You have to have live TV. I remember that. Sling, Rent, Amazon Prime, Apple TV, Google Play Movies and TV, Fandango at Home. I think all are rent. So since I already have a movie, I already have a review on this. I'm just gonna read my overall opinion in my poem that I wrote. I added a little bit more to the paragraph. So it's not exactly 100% the same paragraph in the other movie. I mean, in the other video I made. So here's my overall opinion. I really love this movie. It was the way it was shot, the story, and the acting really shine in this movie. I think Jordan Peele is a phenomenal director, producer, and writer. I love that he continues to focus on black voices and stories. I also love the fact that they are not just suffering the whole movie, but actually have a story about something super strange happening to them. I really enjoyed his movies in general. I would say in order of his best work, I would put Get Out, Nope, and Us. I loved Us, but I will say I loved how contained this story is and the way it looks is so great. I'm gonna keep that order. That Get Out is number one, then Nope. Nope is really spectacular, and then Us. Um, I will say Nope does kind of have some things that they could have tied up. I think I talk about it later, so let's hold off on that. The symbolism of spectacle is really super fascinating to me. That he made that the focal point. Even though I wasn't a big fan of Jupe's story, I understand that it deals with spectacle as well. I wish we could have known more about OJ and M before their father passed away. They do tell you like a little bit. Also, I wish they had gotten some more background on the Gory's house scenes. I understand Jupe thought he had a special connection with animals, but I wish I had explored more before, like before the incident, basically that happens on Gordy's house, and and then after, like why he thought that he could like wrangle this alien, basically, that they named Jean Jacket. And I know there may be a sequel, so we'll maybe get more background details. So I originally rated this an 8 out of 10, but of course it's on my favorites list, so it's going to be upgraded to 10 out of 10. Would definitely recommend this one. This one is really great. So my poem for this one is called Obey. This is going to be the same poem as the other video. So sorry, I didn't feel like making a new one. Who will tell the tale of this being if you are inside of its belly like Jonah? Which actually does happen in the movie. So I'm going to insert some uh, pictures here as I'm talking to end the video from Nope. This is my cue to myself in editing. And let me know, have you seen all these movies? Have you seen none of these movies? Have you been like, I'm kind of hesitant on Jordan Peele? Would you watch his movies now? Let me know in the comments. As always, like, subscribe, comment, do all the things. I finished my top 10 list. Next week, I think I'm going to talk about a spooky book. I'm going to give movies a little bit of a rest. I've done them 10 weeks in a row. So, yeah, I will see you all next week. Hopefully in costume.